Local, live, late breaking. This is KMAX News at 6.
It's so important because we've got to stop this cycle before we're continuing to lose kids on a daily basis.
And a new law requires schools now to teach kids about the dangers of the drug fentanyl. And it's good to see you again. I'm Brian Mudd.
And I'm Lauren Motter. The House bill, also known as Tucker's Law, says schools need to implement it this year. KMAX Juliana Washburn's here with more on how schools plan to do this.
Brian and Lauren, while some schools around the county have been teaching kids about drugs in general for a while, this year is different because they have to have curriculum focused specifically on fentanyl use and abuse. This bill comes in the wake of movements around the nation to help save people from fentanyl-related deaths.
It's so important because we've got to stop this cycle before we're continuing to lose kids on a daily basis.
And the sad reality is that is happening. The latest findings from Texas Human and Health Services says on average, 5 Texans die from fentanyl poisoning every day. People around the nation are looking for ways to stop these deaths from happening. And Texas is not exempt from this fight. Chad Curry with UMC EMS says he wants the drug abuse in schools to stop.
Pills are number one. Then it can be also sold as in vapes. And so a lot of times kids may not know. That's when they may not know they're getting that, but they still use that vape. And then there's, of course, the acetate papers that they can suck on. There's lollipops. There's a lot of different ways that it can be exchanged.
And districts like Lubbock ISD have already reached out to Curry to come talk to their students and parents this year.
When you look at fentanyl, it's scary because one pill can kill you, and so it's really important for them to have conversations that they've probably never had.
The bill requires schools to have at least 10 hours of education a year on fentanyl prevention and drug poisoning awareness. Curry will start visiting schools around Lubbock County in September to teach students about fentanyl and its risks.
My hope is we have no overdoses this year. I mean, for a school system, especially as big as Lubbock, that we have no issues with drugs. That would be the ultimate goal at the end of the day, and to save as many lives as possible.
The bill also requires Governor Greg Abbott to designate a fentanyl poisoning awareness week for all public schools.